Hi there everybody, this is David, and I'm wearing my shirt backwards today because the back of the shirt's really cool. This is the Dragon Quest shirt that has the slime in the pocket that I wore the other day because we're celebrating Dragon Quest today, and I wanted y'all to see like the back of the shirt. It's freaking amazing. It's the best part of the shirt, although the slime peeking out of the pocket is pretty freaking sweet too. But anyway, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, from the Nintendo Direct to some contests to some cool limited run stuff to all sorts of different stuff. But we're starting off today with a contest. And this is from the folks over at P-Cube, and Class of Heroes 3 Remastered is coming out on the 18th of this month. I just put out a review for it just the other day, so if you want to know more about the game, please do check out that review. It's a really cool, like, wizardry-inspired dungeon crawler sort of game. It's the culmination of the Class of Heroes trilogy, so if you like those games, you like dungeon crawlers or wizardry, or Etrian Odyssey, and games like that, then be sure to check it out. Do follow me on Twitter in order to enter into this giveaway. I do have 3 keys for this. Another giveaway that I am doing is for Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon, which is more of a Western RPG, but, you know, this company contacted me as well, just like P-Cube did. They were like, hey, do you want to give away some keys? And I'm like, sure, why not? So if you want a key for Tainted Grail: Fall of Avalon, then again, be sure to follow me on Twitter and follow the instructions to enter to win. And the last little tweet over on Twitter that I want to go over is from the official Dragon Quest account, because this is neat. It says, this new artwork has us bubbling with excitement. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake has hidden depths to explore, including the new addition of the ocean floor in Dragon Quest II. What surprises await us there? So, yeah, we get pretty much like a whole new world to explore, an underwater region to explore, kind of like in Lufia 1 and 2 with the submarines, or in Final Fantasy Legend 3 with like the dive magic. You actually get to go underwater, get to see mermaids, maybe there's different towns under there, or shrines, or hidden caves, or things like that. So that is really, really, really cool. I can't wait to explore this whole new kind of dimension in Dragon Quest II. Next up, we have the highlight of the Nintendo Direct as far as I'm concerned. Mario what? Zelda who? It's all about Dragon Quest! We have Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, announced for the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and Switch 2, as well as the PC, due out early next year, just like that rumor stated, February the 5th of 2026. So, like, we're getting 4 Dragon Quest games in under a year? Like, that's insane to me, because Dragon Quest 3 came out last year, and then we're getting 1 and 2, and then we're gonna get 7. Like, that's insane. So this is so, like, I can't even deal with this. This is a remake of 2000's Dragon Quest VII's Fragments of the Forgotten Past, and this isn't even, it looks like it's not even based on the 3DS version, which did streamline it. Like, this is even further streamlined. It says both returning fans and new players will experience a standalone epic single-player RPG adventure to save the world, now lovingly reimagined with handcrafted aesthetic that makes the game feel like a living storybook. Apparently they like built dolls and dioramas and stuff like that for this. Like, that's cool. Like, that's gonna be like Fantasian vibes right there. It says that it builds on the beloved original game, which finds its colorful cast of characters unlocking a one-of-a-kind storyline across multiple islands, discovering the adventure piece by piece. The modern RPG features fresh visuals, refined gameplay, and tightened pacing for a truly unforgettable experience. Whenever it's, oh man, 200 hours, easily 200 hours for the original PlayStation 1 game, like, easily. And that's like going through it quickly. This was a long game, like, oh my god, like 3 hours just to get to the first battle, 30 hours just to unlock job classes. Like, y'all have no idea the patience of Job to get through the original version of the game. So that is so cool. Yeah, it says right here that the original character designs have been reimagined into charming 3D art styles using dolls actually created in the real world. Environments and dungeons are also brought to life with unique handcrafted diorama-style aesthetic that vividly illustrates the beloved world of the Dragon Quest series. While remaining faithful to the original story, the narrative of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined has been enhanced to provide a more streamlined story experience. Alongside the main adventure, players can enjoy optional side quests, stories, and mini-games. So that's nice. The turn-based battle system has been overhauled with significant changes to offer more dynamic and thrilling battles, including an updated vocation system featuring a moonlighting mechanic which allows players to use 2 vocations at once. That's so cool. So you can have your main job, and then you can moonlight as your second job. Very Final Fantasy V right there. I'm loving it. Also, a let loose ability that can be activated whenever a character gets worked up, so maybe like an overdrive or a limit break or something like that, or a psych up. And it says, and a new Monster Master vocation as well, so we have a brand new job class. And it says that it introduces positive reinforcement vocational perks that summons powerful monsters to assault any enemy. I have to wonder, are they going to keep in the monster job classes? Because there was like human job classes, and then you get these monster hearts, and it unlocked monster job classes. Most of the monster job classes weren't anything to write home about, but they were there, and there was a ton of them. There was like 30 of them. There was a bunch of them. So I'm wondering if they are still including those, or if that's going to be replaced by the Monster Master vocation. I don't know, but this is fascinating to me right here. I've heard many things. I did a whole video on this just the other day, talking about it, going on through it and everything. And then I heard in a comment that, and I'm so sorry, I don't remember the commenter's name. I'll have to post it up there. But they commented and they said that there was a manga that was released only in Japan, and it canonically stated that Kiefer is a descendant of the Prince of Middenhall. And then I know that Kiefer starred in Dragon Quest Caravan Heart, which took place in Dragon Quest II as well. So that's how they're tying this all together. And this is completely reimagined. So I'm thinking that they're going to do 1 through 6 HD 2D. They're going to do 7 and 9 reimagined. 8, I think they're probably just going to HD upscale because it's pretty good as is. And then hopefully after all that, we get the crown jewel of 10 and then maybe some news on 12. Who knows? But like, I am stoked about this, y'all. You have no idea. It is currently available up for pre-order for all systems right here, but it's so early, there's no images available. The only one that has an image available is the PS5, but it says currently unavailable. But the other ones are available to purchase, although there's no image available, but you can go ahead and buy it. $60 for this remake right here, but that's not all. But wait, there's more. It's a Ginsu knife commercial. For $250, yikes, you can get the collector's edition right here. So let's look this little thingamajigger over. It says the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined Steelbook case looks so cool. The little slimes, the Drakeys right there, the little king slime in the corner, super cute. But the main, the coup de grace right here is the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined Ship in a Bottle figure. So you see Grakos behind it. You see them going sailing, Maribel and Kiefer and the hero. Ship in a bottle. Like, this is so much better than a whole bunch of acrylics. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you get the Dragon Quest slime, which I feel like we already got. In fact, I'm going to have to go back there and grab it, because I know for a fact I got this with, like, Dragon Quest VI on the DS. Like, why are they giving this to us again? I don't know. But it looks like they have embroidered Dragon Quest VII Reimagined into the back of the slime. So there is that, at least, so we know it's not the exact same thing. But yeah, very, very interesting right here. So I'll include links to all of this below. Okay, I got him. This little dude. You cannot tell me that this little slime is different from that slime. They're the same slime! I'm telling you, it's just not embroidered on the back. They're the same freaking slime. I'm telling you. Anyway, the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is coming out for the Xbox and the Switch 2 on January the 22nd, and the PC version is also coming to the Microsoft Store at the same time. This is the enhanced version of the original remake, including the Intergrade, which is the little I don't know, 3, 4, 5 hour scenario with Yuffie and Sonon. I know it's Yuffie, but I don't care. I still call her Yuffie. So there is that. So yeah, very, very interesting right there. This is the Midgar version of the game right here. But I did see this, and I know that everybody's keycard, but I saw it, so I'm bringing it up. On the Switch 2 version, it says that it includes a Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy Play booster pack right there. So just a very interesting interesting thing right here, but right now it's currently unavailable for pre-ordering, and I didn't see anything for Xbox, so I'm guessing it's digital, but at least it's physical on the Switch too, and it includes a booster pack, so that's kind of cool, I've got to say. Then we have this, which is also kind of cool. It says Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming to the Xbox, Switch 2, and the third game in this trilogy is confirmed multi-platform. We do not yet have a release date for it yet, though. It says that it will be available across the PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC consoles, or I don't know, ecosystems or whatever. So that will be multi-platform. They are abandoning that Sony exclusivity for this at least. Next in our list of Square Enix titles, Star Ocean First Departure R gets a limited print physical edition. Pre-orders open on September the 12th, which is today, but you'll be watching it on the 13th. But anyway, this is coming out for the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. There's a standard edition for $40, a Steelbook bundle edition for $80, and then an Ultimate edition for $200. Let's go over to Limited Run and check it out right here. So we can see the standard edition, which again is just the game. The Steelbook bundle, that's beautiful, I must say. It looks like a slipcover thing happening. Well, I guess it's not a slipcover, it's a Steelbook. But and then the Ultimate edition right here. Let's really look at this. Okay, there we go. That's so much better right here. So lots of different stuff. We have acrylic standees, we have a soundtrack CD, a certificate of authenticity that's individually numbered. Wow, they really go all out here, don't they? They have a double-sided poster. It comes with that steel book, an enamel pin, a booklet as well, a rigid slipcase. Okay, so I guess it is a slipcase cover plus the steel book, and then it has a booklet, so I guess that's a manual, a light and sound 3D display cube. It says lights up with 10-second sound clip and a keychain. So lots and lots of stuff for $200. And for $50 more, you can get a slime that you've already gotten, and you can get a ship in a bottle. Sorry, Square, if you're watching, but I mean, you gotta lower your prices for your collector's edition. It's kind of crazy. Especially if you've seen what like Exceed Marvelous can do. And this is Serenity Forge, and they are having an end of summer sale. When we're talking about sale, I'm like, everything must go! Like, this is insane. The Space for the Unbound Collector's Edition is at $50 for all this stuff. The Art of the Rally Premium Condition, $30 for all this stuff. Like this Coffee Talk, $20 for all this stuff. Like, I'm telling, like, this is, look at this one. This one's $50. You get like so much stuff. It's unfrickin' believable. I'm not gonna go through all 7 pages here, but I just wanna give you an example of what I'm talking about here and just how much there is. Like this Dungeon Munchies Collector's Edition, $30, and you get like, look at all this stuff. This is a ton of, this one's only $15. Like, wow. This Genesis Noir, $20 for the collector's edition, $15 for the physical edition. Like, this is unfreaking believable, the amount of stuff that they have here. And for the sale that they have going on here as well. This Needy Streaming Overlord is on sale, $20 off right there. Killer's Paradise, $60 for all. Like, this is so much stuff, such a good bargain. I will include links below for this Serenity Forge sale as well. So Mario at the beginning was cool. Dragon Quest VII had me hitting the roof, and then I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, what, am I done yet? Is this thing over yet? And then Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave Cave, and I was like, wow! This is coming out for the Switch 2. This is exclusive for the Switch 2, and because this is a Nintendo first party, we know that this is not Game Keycard. We don't have a release date yet, we just know that this is coming out next year. This is the first game that has come out for the Switch 2 that I feel like, okay, I may have to purchase this console for, because everything else, Game Key Card, it's a port, I can buy it on a different system, it's not exclusive, I can get it on the Switch 1, I can get it on the PS5, I can get it on the PC, blah 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 blah. This one, you have to have a Switch 2 for, and it is Fire Emblem, and yeah, it says the heroic games have begun. The newest entry in the Fire Emblem series is set to enter the arena. The debut trailer provided a glimpse of the intertwining story, characters, and turn-based tactical RPG gameplay that awaits players, and it seems to be very, very, very much related to Three Houses as well. Oh, Nintendo, what are we gonna do with you? Pokemon Legends ZA DLC, Mega Dimension, and new Mega Evolutions have been announced. So yeah, we have DLC before the game's even out. Not a fan. Okay, so here we go. This is Mega Evolutions for Chestnut, Delphox, and Gray Ninja. It says that this is compatible with both Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch versions, and the new downloadable content will allow trainers to continue their story with Team MZ after completing the main story of Pokemon Legends ZA, so you don't need to give people a chance to beat this game before you're stuffing DLC down their throats. The mischief Pokemon Hoopa seems to hold the key to the Mega Dimension story. This mythical Pokemon can warp space using the rings on its horns and around its body. These loops are stretchable and can form holes inside of them leading to far-off places. Spatial distortions have also appeared in Lumio City, giving fans even more to discover throughout the city. And speaking of Pokemons, we have this. Yes. Nintendo now has a patent on summoning characters and making them battle for you. Yeah. Final Fantasy has been doing this since, 1989? Like, give me a frickin' break. There was a summoner class in Final Fantasy III back on the NES. I'm just saying. So, yeah. So they really, really, really don't want people copying their games. This is all about Power World. So no copying for thee, but there is copying for me, because Pokemon Pokopia has been announced for the Switch 2 due out in spring 2026, and this is a blatant copy of Minecraft and Dragon Quest Builders. So no one can copy Nintendo, but Nintendo can copy everybody else? Really? Frickin' hypocrites. Anyway, this will launch both physically and digitally in spring of 2026. Digital pre-orders will open on November the 12th. This is a life simulation game where players can create their own Pokemon paradise. The game features Ditto as its protagonist, who is transformed to look like a human. As Ditto, players can explore and learn moves from the Pokemon that they befriend, such as Bulbasaur's Leafage to grow greenery, or Squirtle's Water Gun to revive dried up plants, expand their capabilities and helping them create an inviting environment to attract a variety of Pokemon. Players can collect materials, build furniture, grow vegetables, and create homes for the Pokemon, allowing them to experience a cozy, slow life with them, one that they build themselves from the ground up. Over time, players can develop a town of their own and invite other players or Pokemons to visit. Pokemon Pokopia, I'll never pronounce that right, that's kind of crazy, also features a day-night cycle linked to the real-world time, changing weather, and in-game locations with their own unique characteristics. Oh, that's great. So if there's something about like a snowy event, I will never see it. If there's something about like a raining event, I might see that 5 days a year. Yeah. What about people who work night shifts or can only play certain times of day? They'll never see the nighttime or they'll never see the daytime. That's real smart, Nintendo, thanks. If you missed it the other day, there is a demo out now for Digimon Story Time Stranger. It's out for the PC and it's also out for the PS5 and the Xbox. The save data will carry over into the full game, and the demo's roughly like 3 to 4 hours, so it's a pretty meaty, substantial demo. So if you want to see for yourself what this game is all about, now is your chance with this demo. I honestly thought that this game was dead and forgotten, but Ys vs. Trails in the Sky Alternative Saga has been greenlit, and it is launching on October the 10th in the West. This is an upgraded port of a PSP game that came out after Ys 7 came out, and now we're on Ys 10. So yeah, it's old, but it's coming out for the PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC. It says physical edition will be available via limited run games, with more details to follow at a later date. It says, finally the walls between Falcom's legendary RPG series, Ys and Trails, are broken for the ultimate dream matchup. Fan favorite heroes and rivals clash in battles once thought impossible, with support from beloved characters across Falcom's classic titles to aid you in the fight. So you have Trails in the Sky characters and you have Ys 7 characters. That's it. So like, again, this, don't be thinking that there's Cold Steel characters or anybody else, because this is old. Nobody from Ys 8, nobody from Ys 9, nobody from Ys 10. This is going back in time to the latest and greatest characters back on the PSP. And now we're going back to the Nintendo DS. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection announced for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC due out sometime next year. Join Geostellar and Omega X's as they battle threats beyond the stars in this epic adventure. Is it Omega Z's? X's? I don't know. Blending fast-paced action with unique card-based battle system, Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection offers thrilling combat and storytelling that define the character for a generation of Mega Man fans. While preserving the original gameplay, this collection delivers an updated and enhanced experience. It doesn't say what the updated or enhanced experience is, it just says stay tuned for further information. And this has Mega Man Star Force 1, 2, and 3, and all different versions of those 3 games in it. We have a new story trailer for Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree, which is coming out really soon, actually. Does this have a release? September 19th. Gosh, that's like next week. So yeah, this is coming out really, really soon. This is a roguelike game where bonds, blades, and bravery decide the fate of all. In a far-off mystic realm, ancient forces stir and untold dangers await. In this roguelike adventure set off in a far mystic realm, it just said that. Ancient forces stir, it literally just said all this stuff, and untold dangers await. As Toa, lead the Guardians of a Sacred Tree in forging strong relationships and powerful swords to fight Magatsu's forces and determine the future of Shinju Village right there. So this is a brand new IP, and I feel like we need to support brand new IPs because they don't come along very often, and this one's only $30 for a physical version right here, so we'll include links below for that. Rise Eternia 2 launches on October the 9th. This is a tactical RPG coming out for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC. It says, improving on the tactical RPG genre at the core of the first iteration, Rise Eternal 2 places you in the middle of an ongoing war between 2 families coveting the kingdom's throne and one plotting her revenge. Set within an engaging setting, play as Jacked, not Jet, Jacked, a devoted Thracian soldier on a mission to reclaim the Empire's lost glory and destroy Lua's hero's army. This looks very Fire Emblem-y to me, if I do say so myself. It also looks very RPG Maker meets Fire Emblem, so yeah, indie game here, but it's always good to support your indies. Speaking of indies, from the creators of Crosscode, one of my favorite indie games, comes Alabaster Dawn, and there's a new demo launching on September the 18th, and this is the little trailer that we have for it. It's like 8 seconds long, so it's just going to go on repeat and drive you crazy. Anyway, it has 1.5 to 2.5 hours of playtime, and it says that this is an action RPG building on top of the best aspects of Radical Fish's game's previous title, Crosscode. Featuring a deep and engaging combat system, challenging puzzles, and an epic story set in a curious world full of secrets to discover and places to explore. The shadow of Nyx has fallen, warping the world into a wasteland and vanishing all the gods and their people. Now Juno, the outcast chosen, awakens to an impossible task to bring it all back. The demo features 2 parts. The first part will feature the actual beginning of the game. Any saves made within this part will be compatible with the full game. The second part will skip ahead in the story to showcase several highlights, including a part of a dungeon. So any saves in that part, it says, will be reset back to the end of the first part when loaded into the full game, so you won't miss any of the skipped content. I hate short trailers like that. Like, they're like 2 seconds long. It drives me crazy. Anyway, our last story is Back to the Dawn, coming to the PS5, Switch, and Switch 2 in 2026. I actually made a review of this game way back when, so you can look that one up to see what my thoughts and feelings are about this game and what it is all about. It's actually kind of neat. I've got to say, it's a pretty neat game. It says, the PlayStation 5, Switch 2, and Switch release will feature enhanced localization across all subtitle languages, as well as the addition of brand new Japanese and Chinese voice acting. This is a prison escape theme RPG where crime, conspiracy, and hidden traps all intertwine, while the relationships between characters grow increasingly complex. Step into the role of an animal inmate, survive the harsh realities of prison life, explore, grow, and plan your escape. Stay sharp, fight to improve your innocence, uncover the schemes lurking behind rival factions, and battle not just for your own freedom, but for the future of the city itself. Meet a cast of unforgettable characters and experience an epic story in Back into the dawn. So yeah, it looks like they've actually did a lot of enhancements to it. If I'm looking at this trailer compared to what I played the first time around, because I remember that there was multiple stories, but I got an early access version of the game and I could only play one of the stories, so it was like a prototype version of the game, but I do remember really enjoying what I was able to play. So that's it for new RPG news and Dragon Quest and Fire Emblem and all sorts of other really cool stuff. But now I want to hear from y'all. What are you most excited about? What are you going to be getting? Because this is amazing. Talk about a stacked fall and winter season. We are eating good, y'all. Talk to me in the comments and have a good day.